This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth with a serious warning today, my friends, to stay away from the newly approved COVID-1984 clot shot. Now, this isn't just me saying this. We've got vaccine scientists, researchers, and even Florida's own Surgeon General is suggesting that you stay away, as the FDA has just approved brand spanking new COVID-1984 vaccines. And isn't it remarkable, ladies and gentlemen, that in the wake of these new so-called variants, they've already have a newly approved vaccine ready to go? Well, the only way that that is possible is because there have been 0 clinical trials. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody is quite literally like guinea pigs here as they are pushing this new vaccine on everyone. As we see here today, the FDA approved for 12-year-olds and up and authorized 6-month-olds to 11-year-olds this new monovalent C19 vaccine based on manufacturing data and no clinical trial. Your taxpayers' dollars at work. And despite the fact that there's been no clinical trial whatsoever, Health Canada doesn't have a problem going on to approve Moderna's new updated COVID-1984 vaccine. They say Health Canada has approved Moderna's updated COVID vaccine for all Canadians who are 6 months of age and older. The mRNA-based shot is monovalent, targeting the Omicron XBB 1.5 subvariant. Again, miraculous that they've already have this ready to go. Amazing, isn't it? Well, here we see top vaccine scientists are saying he's not getting the COVID-1984 clot shot booster. This is one of America's leading voices on vaccines. He is saying that this shot is not for everyone. We've got the COVID booster warning coming from, as I said, Florida's Surgeon General. He is advising people not to get this new vaccine, and he's not the only one. Researchers are questioning this one-size-fits-all COVID booster strategy as the FDA circumvents advisors. Now, none of this should be new news to viewers of Press for Truth, as I covered this way back in December of 2021. 4th COVID-1984 shots vaccines are coming. Get ready for booster shots for life. And that essentially is what this is all going to boil down to, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to talk about all of this, much more in this video as well. But really quickly, before we do, I'd ask that you check me out here at pressfortruth.ca/donate. If you appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, here you can do a one-time donation with PayPal. You can contribute some Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies by clicking there. You can join me on Subscribestar for a monthly reoccurring contribution. Thank you so much to everybody who does contribute in that way. You can also send an e-transfer to dan@pressfortruth.ca. Or if you like to keep things old school, guys, you can send cash or checks or equipments or simply just words of encouragement to my P.O. Box, guys. Links for all of this are located in the description below. Once again, thank you so much to everyone who takes a little bit of time today to support my efforts to bring you this information here at Press for Truth. All right, guys, let's jump into this one from Zero Hedge really quickly. FDA authorizes new COVID-1984 shots from Pfizer and Moderna. The Matrix just keeps on glitching. Now that only the most mentally unstable liberals are demanding that the government protect them from near certain death by forcing them to wear face diapers that don't and have never, ever worked. On the afternoon of September 11th, U.S. drug regulators, many of whom are undoubtedly hoping to get a job at either Pfizer or Moderna as soon as they quit their public sector, they authorized the new COVID-1984 vaccines to try to counter the poor effectiveness of the current slate provided. And that's another thing people have to remember, that these things don't work, or maybe they are working in exactly the way they were designed to, but it's not what we were told is how they would work. Obviously, people are still required to get these things, whether or not they keep getting COVID or not, and these new variants, it's just absolute nonsense. But as we said, this isn't just me recommending against this. We've got top vaccine scientists who are suggesting this one certainly is not for everyone. One of America's leading public health experts is saying some Americans should not get this year's COVID-19 84 vaccine, and he is going to skip it himself. Paul Offit, MD and member of the FDA's leading panel of experts on vaccines and the director of the Vaccine Education Center at Philadelphia Children's Hospital, told the Messenger that he would not recommend a healthy American under the age of 70 to receive a booster this year. He even said that if a healthy 30-year-old came to his office asking for the shot, he would advise them against it. And, you know, back when I was suggesting people steer clear of this, you know, in like 2020 or 2021, when we knew this was coming, I was, you know, people are saying, Dan, you're a dangerous conspiracy theorist. You're going to contribute to like grandmas dying and stuff. Nonsense. Maybe now that, you know, top vaccine scientists and researchers and like people on the FDA panel are saying it, maybe you'll be a little bit more likely to believe it. So just wanted to bring it to your attention, guys. These guys are also saying steer clear of this one. COVID booster warning from Florida Surgeon General advising people not to get this. He says he's seeing a lot of red flags with this new shot. While speaking at a Thursday news conference for Governor Ron DeSantis in Jacksonville, Dr. Joseph Ladapo, that state's Surgeon General, advised people to steer clear of the updated booster vaccine for COVID-19 84. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has not yet approved this new vaccine. This article is a couple days old, so it has since been approved. But this guy's concerned about what was yet to come. He says there's new vaccine that's coming around the corner, and there's essentially no evidence for it. He said during a news conference, there's been no clinical trial done in human beings showing that it benefits people, and there's been no clinical trials showing that it's even a safe product for people. And not only that, but there are a lot of red flags. In terms of specific concerns, he warned about that the updated vaccines can actually cause cardiac injury in many people. The state Surgeon General urged Floridians to make their own decisions based on their particular resonance of truth, rather than on very educated people telling you what you should think. And this man is absolutely correct. The COVID-19 84 clot shots have led to an increased number of heart problems. Cardiac arrests in young people like we've never seen is happening. Like, the charts are through the roof. It's absolutely crazy. We all know what it's stemming from, and I'm going to continue to, you know, to expose that. And this is why we need to continue to make these videos, because they're right now, like, literally Health Canada has approved this without any clinical trials, without any tests in humans, and suggesting that it's going to target this brand new subvariant. This is absolutely lunacy. If you even suggested this like 4 or 5 years ago, that a vaccine for a brand new virus could be made within like months without clinical trials, and that we would be turned into guinea pigs, we'd say, no, they would never allow that to happen. Here we are, folks, and like I said, what this comes down to is a plan for booster shots for life. This thing is not about to be going away anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't start this global inoculation program just to kind of fall back on it and give up. No, this is going to be a major agenda moving forward to try to get every single person on the planet inoculated. But I think they're going to have a hard time in COVID-19 84 2.0 as it rolls out this fall, because more and more people are starting to see through the nonsense, see through the lies. They're recognizing that people they know, friends and family members, are having problems because of the vaccine. They know that, you know, people are still getting sick. It didn't do anything that they promised that it would. And all of us who have refused to take this thing all along are all doing just fine, ladies and gentlemen, just fine. So just wanted to bring all of this to your attention. And it's going to be incredibly important moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, as they continue this agenda, this plan, this idea of booster shots for life. We have to focus on food security moving forward. I think that's going to be one of the main takeaways. It should be from this video that they don't have our best health interests at heart here. Certainly Health Canada doesn't. And we're going to have to recognize that, and we're going to have to stop relying on the government, relying on the hospitals, and even relying on the grocery stores moving forward. So if you don't have yet a plan for a fully self-sustainable food source, then you're falling behind. And I think this is going to be a huge focus we need to focus on moving forward. Guys, again, if you haven't taken those steps in the right direction of how you can have your food security moving forward, we're falling behind. And as we've seen, they're going to ramp this up. It's almost like we're in the calm before the storm, or the eye before the hurricane, where COVID 2.0 is all going to come raging back. We've got now literally FDA experts, vaccine experts, and researchers all now coming together saying, hey, something's not right about this one, guys. Don't jump in. This shot is not for everyone. And I would take it even further. Nobody should be taking this highly experimental mRNA technology. Let's call it for what it is. It isn't even a vaccine as we, traditionally remember them. So let's never forget that, guys. Just wanted to bring all of this to your attention. They just approved this. Health Canada is all for it. 0 clinical trials. You got top docs and scientists and researchers warning against it. And of course, yours truly have been warning against it for years now. So just wanted to bring all of this to your attention, guys. Once again, if you do appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, don't forget to check me out here at pressfortruth.ca/donate. You can find that at the top of the description in the links below. Just if you're watching this on my website, just be sure to click up here. You can go to Minds, you can go to Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, and you'll find the all the sources for this video as well. That's all for today, guys. Once again, just want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button. Share this video with your friends and family who you think need to see it the most. And stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming very soon, God willing. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.